a humorous look at his life. Now, get a picture of Rich Little here.
First of all, we didn't know he was still alive.
Right, exactly. He's got to be, I don't know how old he's got to be, he's in his mid to late 70s. This is a pretty damn good picture of Rich Little with his horribly dyed hair.
That was Rich Little in the 80s when he was doing his HBO specials with the presidents and things.
I mean, that's a good picture of him. I don't know if they're going to be bringing this guy out with canes and walkers to get him out there, but he's doing Jimmy Stewart, and he was a great impressionist back in his day.
Yeah.
You know, but the guys that he does have been dead for 25 years. I mean, you know, heyday was he was doing Carson, and who would do? He would do Nixon.
Yeah.
And yeah, Reagan, and Jimmy Stewart was one of his big ones. But this guy, I mean, I can't see anyone under the age of 70 going to that.
If you're Irish, Dave, you'll enjoy this lineup.
The Irish Comedy Tour?
The Irish Comedy Tour, the Irish Tenors.
Oh, yes.
And
the other way.
Finnegan's Farewell.
Finnegan's Farewell.
So that's probably all slated around March 17th. Now, here's another one. Cathy Rigby as Peter Pan. Now, Cathy Rigby shouldn't have been on Wires when she was a guest star on The $6 Million Man in the 70s.
I think you're going the wrong way.
Is she on there? I'm going to fear for her bones.
Right. And again, she's not a youngin' either.
No.
And she's going to be flinging through the air. She better hope she doesn't fall and break a hip.
I hope they have better wiring than the Spider-Man play in New York. Because they were losing people all over the place. So that's the highlights I'm seeing here. And the 24-hour film festival, like Price Chopper, has been cut in half to 12 hours this time, which is probably good. Because 24 hours is too long.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Sit in the theater if you want to see the whole thing. Okay, so there we go.
I'd have to say, Ed, unfortunately, it's just not a stellar list as far as...
It's a little weak this year.
Yeah, little. You can't have all great years.
Now, if they had thrown Alice Cooper in there, I might have brought it up a little.
That would have made it for me. I would have went to that. All right, what do we got? Our deaths?
Deaths we have to do. Maybe a couple seconds on web series, and then we're going to give away some tickets finally.
All right. Recent celebrity passes. Mike Wallace, Ed.
Long illness, long career.
93.
93.
That's a long time. One of the tough ones, the interviews. VIDAL Sassoon.
I was reading, he was the one that came up with the haircut for Mia Farrow in Rosemary's Baby, so we have him to blame for that pixie cut there.
MAURICE SENDAK.
He wrote Where the Wild Things Are.
And basically said he doesn't like kids.
It was a kind of creepy book there. He got to see it made into a bad film, though, so that was good before he left the planet.
Goober!
Oh, not Goober.
Goober died, yeah.
Gomer's still alive.
Gomer is still alive.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, well, hey, didn't he have a kidney transplant?
Yeah.
Or did he get hepatitis or something? But that's a Goober.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan FRID, Ed, did not live to see the reissuance of Barnabas Collins, although it does have a cameo in it.
Yeah.
As do many of the original stars from
About
the
5
series.
of them come into the party where Alice Cooper's singing. 1 month shy of the release.
Dick Clark.
Oh, I'm glad I enjoyed Dick's final appearance.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. I always like to watch it because you never knew when it would be his last. And that was his last. It was a heart attack, too, which I guess is tied into the... During surgery.
Oh, I didn't know it was during surgery. What was the surgery for, do we know?
It could have been anything. But somebody was saying it was plastic surgery he was going in for. Got to look good to the end.
That's it? I could have sworn there were more than that.
That's the major ones, unless anyone's going...
Well, in the sports world, Junior Seau, but you wouldn't know who he is.
Was that the one that hung himself?
Shot himself in the chest.
Oh, okay.
Football player.
Yeah.
One of the greats.
Oh, that's a shame. He wasn't on the list, though, of the dead people server. Where we
What
go.
do you got to do to make it on a Dead People server? Well, I'd go on over and play the game. It's the poster pairs game, as we say every week. Check mark. As we say every week. Send in an email with your name and 2 numbers between 1 and 6. We pick your name. We'll reveal the numbers that you've selected. And if the poster behind it matches, you win 2 free movie tickets. It's 2, not 1, but 2.
We didn't get a chance to play with our bones.
No,
Dave.
at least not on the show.
No. So we had enough, though. I'll be putting these games away now, right?
For another 40
I
years?
brought them back for the past 3 weeks. So.
All right. Shake that up.
Here we go. I'm going to really shake it up so we can get a good one here.
Yeah? Which
We
one?
want a winner.
Is that how you define good?
Yes.
All right, I got 3 in my hand.
You got to weed them out.
Read them out.
Get one.
Willie Smith. Now, this is the 3rd week in a row, 3 and 5. Even though LaShawn Pringle did 5 and 3.
3 and 5 is not
3 and
working
5.
out, folks.
Well, maybe it will eventually, so this could be good.
It's got to be this week then, right?
We'll see.
3 and 5?
3 and 5. 3. Shockers. 5.
Shockers, come on. Oh! It's about time. Can we have 3? Do we have any glasses for that? That'd be right out with you. Ooh, I'm stiffening some smoke here. It's still wafting right here. You probably see that on the YouTube.
The same numbers come up 3 weeks in a row. The way the producer mixes them up, it's going to come through eventually.
Yep.
So Willie Smith,
There.
2 free tickets. Willie Smith will go to the movies on us.
Right. Plenty of fine summer fare out there.
That's right.
And the 5-week engagement too, if you want to see that.
And here you go, folks. No, you don't want it. Here you go, folks. There's the address to send that email to, just like Willie did. Just give us 2 numbers between 1 and 6, and hopefully you too can be winning 2 free movie passes. I know it's not, $50,000 that you win at Jeopardy, but it's $20.
There's Kong. Well, we didn't get a chance to talk about our web series, Dave.
No, because we don't even know what we're doing yet.
Well, here was my idea I'll throw out quick.
Okay.
A lot of TV series start out with the Monster of the Week premise. Mm-hmm. And then they move on to more, like X-Files did that.
Right.
So we play basically ourselves here.
The stretch.
We're movie reviewers in this series. Okay. And in our part-time work, we go out and slay classic monsters, Dave.
Okay.
There's no story. There's no plot. We just go from here to like the final scenes of a film where we're tracking the monster down. We don't know how the monster got there. There's no explanation. But in the last episode, we find out that these monsters come through some supernatural means from a wax museum in Lake George.
Oh!
That
I
sounds
like the
like
tie-in.
That sounds like it's a possible thing we could.
There you go.
1 week we're stalking a giant gorilla, Dave. We do that right down here.
All right.
I think we got some idea here.
All right, let's work on that.
Gonna work on that for release, unless we come up with anything better.
Get the nostrils on this thing.
Giant gorilla. Okay, we have only a few seconds left, enough time that we can sign off and get all our credits in.
All right, let's do that then.
We've had a fun few summer shows so far, and we'll continue next time with some more of the June and July releases, including Spider-Man we'll be doing in a couple weeks.
All right then.
We will see you next time.
Good night.
Able 2000 production.